Thank you, Pez.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Three Dads on a Console.
That was
We
good,
know not
Dave.
every dad can stay up to date on the latest and greatest in video game news that you need to know about, so we are here to do it for you. And remember that this show is kid-friendly, so no earmuffs are needed. Now on with the show. I'm one of your hosts, the Watchman. Waba plays alongside the 35, what'd you call it? 5 minutes of fame
Yeah,
in
seriously,
Vancouver. Court. We'll talk about that shortly.
it really is 5 minutes.
The Emerald City, as some say.
Is that what they call it? The Golden Coast? I hear it's the warmest province in Canada.
It truly is.
It actually is, yeah.
Yeah, I hear it's very, very toasty around the fall. But
what? Are you
they
making a
light
joke?
fires when they.
Oh,
why would it be in the
when
fall?
they lose? Yeah, dude,
It
that
would
was
be in the
bad.
That
summer.
one,
It'd
oh,
be
it's in the
spring.
summer.
It would be in
That
the
was a
spring
bad joke, dude.
summer. It
Ah,
was pretty
well, you
bad.
know, I'm gonna tell the same joke next week, but I'm gonna get everything
Fix
right,
it?
and then you guys can laugh. It'll be
You know
good.
what? You can
Yeah.
tell that joke next week, but no one's going to be here because
Oh, that's right. I'm not gonna be here. I'm not gonna be
Yeah,
here.
dude, seriously. I'm the only one around, so we're not doing a show.
Wab and
That
I
other
will be
voice-
in the same state.
The main. We're gonna be the main event.
No, you're not.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I like
So,
it.
the main Mariner Pez is also here.
What's the crack, lads? How we living in this city of sin? All right, great. Good answers. It's like
You got me on
Family
the city
Feud.
is-
Good answers. Good answers.
answers, Steve,
Good
good
answers.
Well, just you caught me off guard with City said I'm like, what? Like,
I regret nothing.
Yeah, it was bad. We're just not starting out good.
No, it's a slow start.
but you know what they say about slow starts?
No, what do they
You
say?
need- I don't know. I was asking you
You know,
guys.
gentlemen, how was
Let's
everyone's
broaden our
weekend?
minds.
How was everyone's weekend?
What did I do this weekend? I went to the market. Well, no,
flea
like we have
market.
an outdoor market. I went to this duck race. So I live in a small town in northern Ontario, and there's a dam that's near us. And once a year, they get all these little rubber ducks, and they put them in the water and they race them down the dam. And then you pick a duck, and then if that duck wins, you get this gift basket full of like,
Cheese,
you know,
eggs, duck
hon-
eggs.
honestly, that kind of stuff is in there. It's like groceries and all that
Oh
kind of
yeah,
stuff.
dude. A
But
cheese basket.
we went there. There was like a carnival and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, nice.
It was kind of fun. I don't know. It was good. It was a good weekend. You know,
Good.
family was happy. You know, I had some ice cream and I got a tummy ache.
Gotta take your
That's-
Lactaid.
And then I posted something on the internet, and for some reason, everybody in the world in Vancouver wanted to call me, but
In
no
what-
one has, even including. Do you guys know what the show Corner Gas is?
No.
So it's a Canadian show. The main actor from it, he's a comedian. He messaged me on Twitter today.
That's awesome.
It was so weird.
We need Jared Kiso to get in on the train here.
Who's Jared Kiso?
He's the main actor in Letterkenny and what's the other one? Shoresy.
Oh, okay. The new season of Shoresy was meh.
I
didn't see
watched
it.
2 episodes of the first season and was like, I
Oh
don't-
no, the
I don't
first
care.
season was amazing.
I don't care enough to watch this right now.
Okay, fair enough, but I love it.
I saw Inside Out 2, by the way. On
You are
Friday.
brave enough to do that.
I liked it.
No.
And it could be because I have a 13-year-old daughter who does play sports, and I basically see everything that she's going through, including the panic attacks, because she is a anxiety-riddled child. So I
How does she like it?
she loved it. She
Okay.
loved it. We went to a place called Chunky's. Shout out Chunky's up in Manchester.
Who's that?
I like the name.
That's
It's
a terrible name.
it is a terrible name, but it's a place you can go and you sit down in like these like big old like car relaxed big chairs, and food, drinks. It's a good time. So we went with like my sister, my niece and nephew, and I like the movie. I thought it was good. Was it better than the first one? No, but I enjoyed it. The kids really liked it. So if they liked it, who cares what I think? Saturday, got together with some friends, had a barbecue. Sunday, played 6 hours of D&D. It was great.
There we go.
It was great.
Yeah,
What
Pixar
about
just
you,
makes
Bob?
me sad boy now. This was a do nothing weekend, which is great. I mean, Saturday I spent going, to yard sales as one does and scamming. Well, actually, it was a rainy day, so there wasn't many. But I did go to a store and I got a bunch of Wii stuff. The Wii is broken, unfortunately, but there is a brand new game that will pay for everything. And then I got a very expensive peripheral for
Go on.
$10 that will sell for $250. It's a PlayStation peripheral. And what I also got was
Was
a
it a
place I
Wii
can go
balance
weekly.
board?
No, I did get one of those. So I took all the junk from the Wii bundle and I sold a working Wii that I had, plus all the stuff for 80. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna be, obviously I'm gonna be fine. But I now found a place that I can go to every week, and they sold me like 2 Dragon Ball games for $1, and like they're already selling for like 20. I
What
did
do you
good.
mean? Sorry, I missed out. What are we doing here?
No, I talking weekend. So shocker, I went places and I spent money and made money.
Would you like
Churning.
to see?
See, I've got to start making money because like I'm buying sports cards, but I've got like some extras. Like I have a Bergeron coming in the mail, but like I just saw I have 2 Bergeron rookies here. But I have cards like I don't care about, like a Jamie Benn. Like I won't go down on women. I've
Mm.
got
Kid friendly
I've-
show.
Well,
Earmuff.
that's not an earmuffs, is it?
Probably.
Yeah. I've got a Josh Anderson rookie materials. Like cards I
Josh
don't care
Anderson.
for.
Yeah, it's a sports card for me. Flipping sports cards, I don't prefer it because I think it's very competitive and you have to kind of know. And I
told
don't
you about
have
that
the
that
well,
app
yeah, there's an
is
app, yeah, but it's how do I put it? The negotiation process of going basically into like an away team more or less at a card show and having those discussions with people that know more than me. I don't want to touch it. Like,
I think, and here's just my personal opinion. Well, but I'm sure you have a lot of Toronto Maple Leaf cards. Right?
I don't know. I'd have to check. I definitely do. Yeah, but they're like low value in my opinion.
In your opinion. But if you came to Toronto, like I was saying to you, like I just grabbed a Brad Marchand rookie for $120. Now it's online on eBay, and I was showing Waba this app that I got. Like you can go through the app and it'll show you like, don't buy it on eBay, don't do this, don't do that. And when I sent Waba that I could buy it, even Waba was like, I think you need to buy that.
Yeah.
And so I messaged the
It was a good
guy.
deal.
I bought it through Facebook, and I'm like, and I got it, and it looks like an 8,
Hmm.
like an easy 8, the card.
There you go.
But I only paid $120. But if I would have bought that exact same card on eBay, I probably would have paid like close to 250.
Yeah.
Easy. But I found that I'm able to, because I'm in Toronto, the people don't care about the Boston Bruins. But I'm taking a page at Awaba. I've listed some stuff on Facebook Marketplace and eBay to sell like some toys and stuff like that are still in the package. And I'm probably gonna sell them with a
Yeah.
smile on my face.
Good.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's how I pay for my hobbies. It's nice to be able to kind of buy things that I don't because I'm basically churning. Like it's fun. And
Well, something happened today. While Pez knows, I hit YouTube Partner,
let's go.
so that'll soon start making me money.
I'm excited. Good job.
Can I speaking of autographs, can I show you something that arrived in the old Pezzy house?
Oh yes.
Ooh, oh, dude, I want to see this. I saw the picture, but I want to
So-
see it.
so
It looks
this
better
is-
if
That
we see
helmet
it.
is so clean.
So
Why is it black though?
this is the 2022 Salute to Service helmet.
Ooh,
That's really nice.
Stefan Diggs.
Is that real? Like a real helmet?
It is a replica. It's like a authentic replica because
It's not game.
It's a
It's
full
not game
size,
used, but it's
but
full.
do not wear it in a football game. You will die.
That's so cool though.
Um,
Like his signature is really cool.
But
Is
yeah,
it heavy?
so
Like
no,
he's
it's
got
real light.
Stefan Diggs.
It's not the like the weight of a helmet, but it is Stefan Diggs autograph. Stefan Diggs autograph right
Pezzy,
now.
you know that they sell a ton of Bill stuff around me. You know that, right?
So the two things I've wanted was a Stefan Diggs and a Josh Allen autograph. I almost bought Fanatics had a helmet that had both signatures on it, but it was way above the price I was willing to pay for it.
And don't pay anything you're not willing to pay. Like you could probably
Right.
go to like a sports show, a collector show. Like how about this? I come to Boston once a year and I'm coming for PAX, right? What happens if you guys come for the Toronto sports memorabilia and card show?
That would be fun. When
When
it?
is it?
It's in November.
Fair.
It's twice a year.
I'd be open to doing that. There's plenty of time to like plan. Like if you're
So-
like, yeah, it's next month.
So Pez, what is your limit when it comes to memorabilia? Because if people haven't noticed, Pez's background is slowly turning into like mine, where it's sports memorabilia. He's got his nerd stuff. Like I've still got I feel my background is the most me it's ever been
Mm-hmm.
in the last little bit, because The Last of Us is my favorite video game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Batman's my favorite movie besides Back to the Future, which is right there. And then the Boston Bruins are my favorite hockey team. Plus, I have like all of my favorite video games behind me. I even have a Budweiser Red Light now
I love
that
that.
during
I love
Bruins
that.
games will go off.
Insane. Your wife's gonna
That's
hate
great.
it.
Yep.
know. Well, no, she already hates this.
Oh, okay.
Not
Good.
gonna. I'm debating. I'm trying to find. You can get. I also have my dad's Molson Cup that's there now. Because if you remember, the original background from the very first time we started this was all this stuff.
Yeah, and then it came down, and then it was PlayStation and Xbox.
Well, no, I
and a bunch
moved.
of-
No, I moved from downstairs in the basement, which is my Hockey Hall
Oh,
of
that's
Fame.
right. That's right.
And that's the other thing. If you guys come up here, you could come in the basement.
See the true
And
Hall of Fame.
It's a Hockey Hall of Fame.
It is. I've seen.
Makes
I've
sense.
seen.
I'm gonna
I've seen-
steal so much stuff. I'm gonna bring an
There you go.
extra duffel bag.
I'll let you have stuff, but
No,
I don't
no. That's not fun. I want.
Well,
It's
no,
gonna be
remember,
a
I
real
promised you-
Ocean's 11 up there.
I'm gonna look at my phone just
I-
so you can't see.
I told you could have the. I have a Heinen. I have a Carlo. I have a Ronick. Oh, Ronick sounds like a Pez gift.
Mail it to him in 2 years.
No,
All
Just
I
leave
want
it
are
in a box.
bottom six players. If you've got anything, that's
Yeah,
me. That's
Heinen.
my wheelhouse. No,
There you go, Heinen.
Heinen played first line. He's he's a different person.
Because he skates on the first line twice doesn't mean he's a first line player.
but
Settle down
But
over there.
they're collectibles and so on and so forth.
Yeah,
and
I love
then
that stuff.
And like I put that post out, and then I was for people, everybody listening, this week I've been looking for my dad's jersey, and I've been looking for it since 2016. I know that I can't get a Bruins jersey; those don't exist. So the Boston Bruins were notorious for just taking name tags off the players' jerseys,
Mm.
and then it is what it is. Like they just give them to the next guy. Even though I don't know why anybody would want an extra small, because my dad wasn't tall, but it is what it is.
Right.
But Vancouver Canucks, there's a whole bunch of jerseys. So I put a post on Facebook, and somehow I got lightning in a bottle. And I ended up doing a radio interview with the CBC, City News Vancouver, Global News Vancouver, and then a radio show this morning, all of them trying to find my dad's thing. And I even tagged Ryan Reynolds in a post. And I'm debating the radio show that I did this morning. They've actually had him on a couple times, and they suggested that I get my daughter and I do a video with her. And I have
Oh.
her plead to Ryan Reynolds to help find this jersey, and he will answer.
What?
That's
Yeah.
wild.
What?
They're like, if you do that, tag us, and he'll definitely answer. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, because he can't say no. Because so little did I know, and I got told this by a bunch of people. Ryan Reynolds is a huge collector of hockey memorabilia.
So you're
Really?
thinking he might maybe have it.
Yeah, and then you know who else is also Michael Bublé.
Oh, see,
That
I would have
makes
guessed
sense.
Bublé. Bublé's been
You know, he-
big in the NHL circles.
Dude, do you know he has a mini hockey rink in his basement?
I
with
did not
ice?
know that.
in his basement.
Every
with-
interview I
with
hear from
ice.
him, he seems just so much cooler. Like especially like at the All-Star game, that was like my favorite thing to come out of it was learning that Bublé is like chill
on
like
mushrooms.
Well,
that.
that
Chill
too.
like that.
That too. But like, yeah, you never would guess because he was just like singing Christmas songs all the time. But
Yeah,
my man rocks.
like his demo went from like 50-year-old to like 20s in
Okay,
one
hold on.
event.
Back up. I'm a huge Bublé fan. Huge. I've seen him in concert twice.
See?
Woo! Good. Next time you can go, you can bring a sign that says, "Do you know Bobby L?"
Well, no, they do. No,
Do you
no,
have
defi-
Bobby L's
that-
jersey?
Here's the thing, guys. This, and I'm not trying to sound conceited.
Sound conceited, son.
I sound
It's fine.
He's actually famous in Vancouver.
Bobby L.
Yeah, like he's famous.
I love it.
Like he's
Which
a
one
big
do
deal.
you- I
Like
lo-
think out like them finding. I put it on a Facebook post, and then a reporter for
That
the
is
CBC saw
insane.
it, and she told her news desk, and they were like, "Get him on the show."
That is
how
insane to me. I
how's
love
your
it
dad's
so
reaction
much.
been?
Like, my dad,
he must be
my-
very flattered
he found out yesterday.
Oh. while watching the news.
Yeah.
Well, no. So Vancouver news doesn't come here, but he started getting texts and messages
That's
from all these
awesome.
people in Vancouver, and they were like, "Here's an article. Your son was just on the radio."
I love that so
Um,
much.
so
Was he like,
yeah,
cool? What are you doing?
no, not at all. He was like, I think he was more, he thinks it's very cool, and he's flattered that I'm trying to get his jersey for him. I do know there's a guy, and I don't want to blast him on the internet, so I'm not going to say his name. He's got it. He's got one of them, and he has told me. He originally told me he would sell it. He said a number. I said yes to that first number, and then he came back and sent me a second number,
Oh God, come on, that's not
And
how
then-
negotiation works.
and then I said yes to that number. And then he goes, "You know what? I don't want to sell it." And then his answer to me is, "It's a family heirloom." Instead of me telling him to go f himself, because that was the craziest thing I've ever heard someone telling me that. I decided, I'm like, that's fine. It is what it is. He has since deactivated his Twitter, because I tried to go see, because I had Twitter conversations and they were gone. And so then I tried to get him on Facebook, and he has blocked me.
Oh,
Smart.
that's it.
I'd
Send your
block you
boy.
too.
I'm going in.
So my thought is
I'm
this:
going in.
maybe because the last time I did this, so many people were like, "Hey, I know this guy that has it," and those people haven't contacted me on Twitter yet. But like, I know that it went on TV and I'm out on the radio for the last 24 to 48 hours. And my hope, my glimmer of hope, is that one person that knows this guy sees it and goes, "What are you doing, man?"
Right.
You should put a bounty out and say, like, maybe like if someone's a big Bobby L fan and they want to hook him up, or the family back up with a jersey, maybe Bobby L can.
Well, the lead actor for Corner Gas, which
Right.
is a TV show in Canada, it was like 9 seasons on CBC. Someone tagged him in a post because he's a huge Vancouver Canucks fan. He responded to me today, and we've been
This is-
talking back and forth. So he says he thinks he knows someone who might be able to get it, and he's tagged that guy. And so that guy's going to look into it. And
Sheesh.
also, I can also say this, that earlier today, the Vancouver Canucks hopped into my DMs on Twitter, and they also have said that they're going to look into this for me, even though I
That's-
know the alumni's looked
This
into
is
it before.
wild.
This is wild.
Well,
This is truly
ba-
wild. I feel like I'm also looking for my
I'm very
dad's jersey,
invested.
and I'm very invested in this.
Bobby L is all of our fathers. He's the three dads, the dad of the three dads.
Well, you've all got his card, right? Except
Yeah.
Pez doesn't.
He signed it for me. I was so
Oh,
excited.
no, Pez
like,
does.
Pez
Oh, Pez
doesn't?
has it. Pez
I have
has
a
the best
mint
one.
version of it. Come on, man.
I'm
Come
so
on, man.
mad you got a graded card. I want that.
I'm going to grade my dad's. I'm going to grade all his rookies.
I did try to find. When I went to the card show, I asked you in the morning, like before I go, what year could I find a Bobby L auto in?
Just go
And I
on
asked
eBay.
everybody. Well, I could, but I thought, what if you open it in a pack? Because I don't know how expensive packs. I have no idea that even the
Packs
value
are
of like
$300.
Well, the packs are $300. Why didn't you tell me that?
Why are you trying to get it in a pack?
Because I thought it'd be cool content. I didn't realize they're $300.
Well, yeah, because there's like Bobby Orr's and Gordie.
I don't care about Bobby Orr. I'm looking for Bobby L.
Well, what? Oh, jeez.
Isn't that crazy? They're probably like, what is this kid? Like, is he trying to pull an
That's
Orr
Ken
rookie?
Dryden's
No.
rookie year. There's some big cards in there.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
big cards in there.
Your father. That's who I'm looking for in that pack. Keep
But,
the,
like,
the other nerds-
71, 72 NHL, baby. Let's go.
I'm gonna get all his cards graded. I'm gonna take it to this card store that's near me. I found, and you can do bulk orders, but they're like, it's $20 a card.
Yep.
It ain't cheap, but
No.
whatever.
It's
But
it's
PSA
worth it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do all my dad's cards. I'm gonna do like $300 worth of cards to get graded. But when you do very expensive cards, you get charged more.
Yes, you do. They not in the beginning. They invoice the store, and then the store invoices you if you want it back. So like my Bedard, they're gonna charge me like an extra $100. I'm gonna pay that with a smile on my face when that
Well,
baby.
why
comes back in
why do
cans.
they charge that?
Because PSA, if they just did 20, I mean, think of hold on, I'm trying to think of the best way. Because I can.
Yeah,
Because
that's the
if you
easiest
go
way
to
to say
send an
it, really.
expensive card there, why would they charge the same amount to handle your expensive card? Because if you're grading a card that's worth thousands, an extra few hundred isn't going to matter for you to get that card back. It's because they can, and also too, it allows like for their business, it allows scaling. Like it's the Bedard stuff I don't like because it's like
I wish I could just
hype
go
is
there.
real, but
I'm debating whether just to drive to Kitchener, because you could do same day there, and they don't charge extra for it as long as you're in store.
I would say
Mm.
I would
It's in
go.
Kitchener Waterloo. Yeah, it's a 2-hour drive.
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
Get in the
I'm
car,
excited. This is gonna be an ongoing saga of trying to find your dad's jersey, and
I love every second of it. I'm in. Give me that guy's name. I'm gonna go to his house. I'm gonna beat him up, and then I'm just gonna take it.
in a video game allegedly.
No,
Well, I was debating going on my
the
YouTube
real number is
channel
2.
and doing a video on it on Burns Diehards and been like, hey, here's my quest to get my dad's jersey and see how many.
Gotta rally the troops.
Oh, dude, I put up a photo of my dad's hockey card on the YouTube page and got 10 subscribers out of it
That's awesome.
because you can see based on the
Mm-hmm.
analytics where this, and I got 10 subscribers out of my dad's hockey card.
There we
Just
go.
posting a photo on the internet. But I'm gonna say this because Pez is gonna go more into it, and this is what we're gonna get into. I played a video game today.
Wait, I have a
Maybe.
transition for this.
Oh, okay.
Gentlemen, let's hope, unlike EA, it doesn't take Court 11 years to get his dad's jersey. Unlike the last time a college football game was made. Recently. Thank you.
So I'm gonna start first because I've only played it for 2 hours now. I played one game. I played some practice. I like this game. Like, it's really good. The presentation value is something I haven't seen in a video game since like the 90s. When we used to buy sports video games in the 90s, like NHL 94. Like I remember I sent the video to Pez a couple weeks ago. Remember I
Mhm.
recorded NHL 94 intro? The intros to video games were amazing.
Yep.
They were because they would put like real highlight reels of like real goals and stuff like that. EA, all of them, they stopped doing that a long time ago. And I was in shock when I started playing this, and they hit you with presentation value. And I said
Yep.
to Pez, I think it's because the players kind of don't matter.
No.
It's more about the teams
Mhm.
and the schools and everything around it. And they did such a good job in getting that atmosphere. Like as you're running through the tunnel, like they follow the players out. They don't even do that in Madden. Like I really look at this because I saw that it was the Frostbite engine. And I'm like, well, that's the same engine in like every game. Like, why don't they do this for NHL and NFL? Like, I will be very disappointed if EA doesn't bring this presentation that they did in this to Madden and to NHL and the rest of the games because it gets you jacked.
Mhm.
Especially they have this thing, Waba, where when you're running up in the line and it's a specific play, and this happens in college football, and I know it happens in soccer because I've been there. The crowd can get so loud that the camera shakes as you're watching it. The camera shakes as you're playing the game. Like the immersion and the feel of it made me want to play football. And I don't watch college football, so I picked Boston College because it was
The
the only
Beast
school
Eagles.
that I applied to that and BU when I was living here, and I tried to get on through a hockey scholarship and I couldn't. But those are the only 2 schools that I ever applied to in my life that are not here in Canada. So that's what I did. I put the feelers out there, and Pez is just like, well, you can use who you want. I'm like, well, that's just the normal answer. I hate that.
Mhm.
And then everybody else was like picking the best team. So I was like, well, I don't want to be the best team. And then the Boston College one, as they walk out, they touch the eagle.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
And I also really like the kick mechanics. I hadn't played a football game in a long time. I really like how you're stopping the ball, but like as you kick, you have to keep it straight.
Mhm.
Like if
It's
you
hard.
move it, yeah, it's very hard. But I truly appreciate it. I also like how you can now do, and I know this is for people who play Madden. They're like, oh, this has been there forever, but not for me.
Nope.
You can either do a loft pass or you hold it down. Like there's different ways to throw the ball. You can chip it off to the side. You can also call an audible pretty much mid play,
Mhm.
and then do switch offs or hands offs. The intuitiveness and what they've done with this game. I'm impressed.
Yeah. Waba, you were playing it today on Twitch. What'd you think?
I thought it was fun. So again, I play, some Madden each year, but I typically don't get super into football games. And I really enjoyed it. I've watched a lot of other people play. All the criticism I have is very like superficial. Like, so I played as you. So again, I think the game is great. Like, but some of the things I noticed was that the repetitiveness of mid or like post plays, and this is in what is it? Whatever to Glory, right?
Road to Glory.
Road to Glory. It's like the same like cheerleading thing or like the same crowd shot, but I think that's hiding a loading screen.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they have that. And also like I picked UMass. They call it UMass Amherst, which is wrong. You're wrong. It's a Silent Age. They don't have like they have like 3 small cannons, and they
I
have
don't
like
think
2
they're
like
wrong.
big
I'm,
wood
I'm
chips.
gonna back up.
They are.
Okay.
I've
I
never heard it called UMass Amherst.
do you talk to anybody from Western Mass?
No, because
Yep.
if it's past like
If it's past Framingham,
if
it's
it's past Framingham,
godless.
it's New York. It doesn't matter.
Exa-
No one cares.
I used to think they didn't have electricity too, but
But they
things
do.
change. People say this.
I-
The more things change, the more things stay the same.
I will say that my sister and her husband went to UMass Amherst, and they have never called it UMass Amherst
because they are not local.
Well,
I'm telling you.
you know what? Locals don't always know everything.
Yeah, they don't. I got.
As a Bostonian, I know the most.
I go to the I've got to their game, but so anyway, they did a lot of good presentation for a lot of the bigger schools, but this smaller one, like it's not a small school, but you know what I mean. It's not as big of a program as some of the other ones. I think they missed out some of like the touchdown presentation that like sometimes you get.
Yeah, but you got to hold the R3, and they'll do a
Mhm.
touchdown dance and stuff like that.
No,
You
not
just-
the dance. It's you have like people do these small cannons in the end zone. They don't
Oh,
have that.
gotcha.
And also too, I am so sick of hearing Mo Bamba in the middle of every single
Shout
play.
out Mo
You
Bamba.
have a rotation of 15 to 23 songs. Why am I just hearing Mo Bamba? I'm sick of it. It
But
is
do you
not
know what
cute.
song
It
they
is not
play?
fun.
How about this one? Do you know what song they play for Boston College?
What?
And it made me like it even more.
The
They
Bruins
play the
song, of course,
Boston
yeah.
Bruins goal
They play
song,
Zombie
buddy.
Nation.
When you
I-
play when you get a touchdown,
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
oh my
That's in there.
god.
They'll play the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army. At
Yeah.
times.
That's not a good feature. Okay. I'm saying it right now because it's annoying. All I hear is I got hoes call, and I'm like, shut up, because it continues into the game, and I'm trying to concentrate on being a linebacker, which I don't know how to do. So I'm trying to actually like figure out the play. And I hear, shut up, I get it, Mo Bamba, you got it, cool. Everybody's really excited that it's in the game. Why am I hearing it after every single player?
Wow.
It's literally impacting the experience to the point where I'm trying to figure out how to turn the soundtrack off, but I can't. I don't know how. And people are saying you just have to deal with it. I'm not. Other than
Pez,
that,
can I turn
game
off
is
the
great.
crowd shake?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's an accessibility.
Yep.
But other than that, and again, like I said, I'm being nitpicky for the sake of content. I think the game is great. I'm
That
enjoying
sounds
how
like a definite wobba move.
I know, right? Shocker. But I will say this to all the nerds who say that JRPGs like Persona is not for them and they can't get into it. Guess what you're doing in Road to Glory?
Yeah, you're playing an RPG.
You are being
Sports
a
RPG,
weeb nerd.
baby.
You're literally doing the exact same thing, especially you nerds out
But
there.
I like
okay?
it.
Because everyone's like, oh, I don't understand being like a student. You're doing the same thing, and every now and then you're playing a boss, which is the game. And let me tell you, you sports nerds, something right here, okay?
Listen
You
up,
nerds
nerds.
who picked what is it, the underdog? You don't get to play. You are going to school. That is what you are playing because you do not get any downs. You are worse than the weebs. Case closed.
I
Pez,
will say, Pez, I did up the difficulty just to
Yeah.
like the next level.
Yep.
It is way too hard.
It's hard, dude. This is a hard game. I've been playing on the EA Play Trial. So if you have Game Pass Ultimate, EA Play Trial on Xbox.
I wouldn't know. I sold my Xbox.
For nothing. I played about 7 hours now of my 10-hour trial. It's been out since Tuesday, I believe, or Monday. I think it's very good. I've been playing UMass Amherst as
thank you.
that's been my dynasty. I'm 4 weeks into a dynasty just to test out recruiting and all that stuff because I'll be eventually playing it on my PS5 and that'll be my main console. But I love the recruiting. Let's go through everything I like. Love the recruiting. I think it's really good. It is they do a good job of making you target specific recruits and figure out how you're going to spend your resources. It's not like NCAA 14 where you just dump a bunch of points into people and that's it. This is more like NCAA 13 where you have to go in and actually find out what's important to them and spend multiple weeks giving them a lot of your attention and paying attention to what's what's important is does proximity, like your pipeline
I
matters.
haven't even touched that yet. I haven't even
Yeah.
touched the
Like your
Ultimate Team
pipeline
yet.
matters. So if you're UMass or Boston College, like your pipeline is like New England, maybe a little bit of New Jersey, maybe a little bit of New York, and you have to
That's
pay
my
attention. You have to pay
Can
attention
you
to your
write my
pipeline.
review for me?
Sure.
No, I'm
No,
kidding.
that's interesting you say that because I remember when you create your player, it gives you an automatic pipeline based on where you are
Yep.
like born.
Mhm.
I didn't realize that's the type of impact it has when it talks about like college preference.
Yeah, so when you go into your recruiting, either as when you go into your recruiting, you'll see like next to their name it'll say pipeline, there'll be little badges.
Yep.
And
Well, I'm
it's-
going into it. I turned the game on.
and
You got me going.
it's bronze, it's silver, it goes up to gold, it goes up to like teal. The level of your pipeline is how good, like how more often you'll sign these guys, you'll commit these guys. And when you kick Dynasty off, you create your coach, and then you pick one of like 3 archetypes. It's like
Is this
motivator.
Road to Glory?
No, this is in Dynasty.
The dynasty.
What's Road to Glory?
Road to Glory is
the single player.
the single player campaign mode.
Yeah, I'm not gonna start that yet.
It's really good.
And
So-
Ultimate is Ultimate Team.
Yeah. So you can pick
Did I
between
just click on it. I just clicked on it. Oh.
tactician, or like recruiter specialist, and a motivator. And with each one, you get coach points by doing wins and meeting goals, and then you use that to upgrade your coach, and you focus on levels, and it's really like this nice deep RPG type mechanic where you can also hire and fire your offensive defensive coordinators if you're the head coach, and they also play into their skills play into your skills. So you can build this recruiting machine with 3 recruiting coaching staff. But if you don't have a motivator or a tactician, like you're going to miss out on certain buffs and debuffs and all this stuff.
I'm
all-
buff.
You are buff. You can do all of this buff
Bagwell?
Bagwell.
Ah!
Wow, that was amazing. Shut the podcast down, boys. We did it. You can also do all of this online. So like if the 3 of us had it on PS5, we could all do an online Dynasty and go after, either be in the same division or not, go after the same recruits or not. Like you can do everything
all
you
on
want with your
PS5.
friends. I like the atmosphere. I think the atmosphere of the game is great. I really like that they brought back Stadium Pulse because they don't have that in games like Madden. And it's a big difference when you go play in UMass versus when you go play in Ohio State, or when my first game was the Army Navy game, which is like a big deal. And it was insane. The crowd was super loud. The screen was shaking all over the place. It was great. I think the animations for a game based on animations, it doesn't feel like it's based on animations. A lot of the things feel fluid. A lot of the ball physics feel like actual ball physics, right? When you fumble, that ball bobbles around. That ball, like, it doesn't feel like it just hits the ground and moves to a player. It feels like it's a real football. Same with onside kicks. I've realized it's not like Madden 24 or NCAA 14 where they just feel automatic. Like you're just not going to get it. That ball moves around and it feels nice. Another thing that I really like about the physics is they've taken away the suction tackles. So now you can, as a
Yeah, you
offensive
bounce off
player,
people. I noticed.
Yeah,
I just did it. I just did a run. I bounced off someone.
as an offensive player, you can cut in between defenders and not get suctioned to one of them, which happens a lot, and it even happens in Madden. And there are some things I don't like. The game's hard. I play on All American and I'm getting cooked. My first game I played
I am not.
I played as Maryland. They're like an 80 overall, and I played TCU and they're like an 80 overall, and they were up like 42-7. They were destroying me.
I'm gonna guess that because I just hopped into Ultimate Team. This is probably what the new Ultimate Teams are gonna be. So there's like almost a battle pass, and everything is like, do this, do this, do this. Like you can play the game, or you can like do objectives where they set you up with the thing where you're in like a live event. It's not gonna be like score 3 goals. It's gonna be like complete this
Yeah,
real thing.
That's how like Madden. That's how Madden kind of.
Why doesn't NHL do that? They're like, here, score a hat trick in a minute.
Because
Ooh.
I don't, because it's NHL, man. I don't know.
I'm surprised that it has a it's just such a weird thing, like
I
college
mean,
football, but
it's a
I
way
guess
for
people
them to
know
make
it.
money. Like I was on Twitter and a bunch of people were like, day one I spent 500, day one I spent 1,000, day one I dropped 200. Like, and so like, you know, this is how they're
Yeah.
gonna make their money. But I think a lot of people are gonna live in that. They're gonna live in that Dynasty or Road to Glory. What I really like about Dynasty, all the conferences are customizable. So like I'll be setting up a relegation dynasty, which will have promotion and relegation, much like the EPL, European football system, which will have a lot of parity. I did it a lot in NCAA 14. I just feel like they've done a good job. You know, they've done a good job. We can't forget that this game has been in development for like 4 years,
Mhm.
right? So if EA was willing to do the smart thing to make a good game, they would make like Madden 22, or I mean Madden 25, and then the next one would be Madden 27, and you give the team two cycles to really like develop a new game, and you would do the same with NHL, but they don't do that because you can't make money that way.
Or for football alternated. So then the football fans get one every year, but you're really giving 2
Right.
years. Like that's basically Treyarch, whatever Call of Duty
Right.
does.
But and I think that's why this game isn't super simulation. Like it's a little arcadey. It I think what I really like about it is when I sat down and played it, I felt like I was playing a game from the PS2 era in terms of how it played. PS2 and early PS3 football games are some of the best football games you can play. There are better, like if you're looking for a better mechanics type game, go play All Pro 2K8. If you're looking for a game, an NFL game that is like better presentation, go play NFL 2K5. But these are also like really old games. But I think college football has enough in the package that if you're looking for a modern version of football that plays really well and is still a little arcadey, that you can find it in this package. There are some things I don't like. I don't understand why they changed the option mechanic. So for the nerds out there like me, previously you had to hold A to give your running back the ball in an option. Now you have to hold A to keep the ball as the quarterback. So that I had to play like 4 games and just run the option to break that habit. Cause that's been 20 years of playing college football games and doing the same thing. So it was tough. It was tough, but I really enjoyed it. Like I just played a game against my week 4 against Buffalo. 0-2 is UMass, and I just destroyed them because my team's a 76, their team's a 72. I should beat them, and it feels good. And when you get cooked, it's not because the AI is cheating, like in all Madden situation. It's because you probably screwed up, or you're probably not good enough, or your pursuit angles on tackling is just not good. Because that's like another problem I'm learning is my pursuits on tackles are just bad, and the offenses seem a little more geared up to score points because in college they can put up 70 points a week and there's no problem. Everyone's like, yep, that's Georgia, that's Clemson, that's Texas. Like it's been fun.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. But it truly has been a I don't think people are overstating how good it is. I think it's legitimately a good football game. There are some things
It's really good.
there are just like there are some things I don't like. We've talked about there are some things I don't like, but there's some things I really like that should be in modern football games. You can change your blocking schemes if you want. Like you can get into a level.
See, I don't get that. I don't understand all that.
You can get into a level. You can play whatever level of football you want. You can be very casual and just run your audibles and do whatever. You can go super nerdy and change all your blocking schemes. On defense, you can like change how your defense looks in terms of faking coverages, faking blitzes, and doing all this stuff. Like they built a pretty deep game that is pretty fun to play. I'm looking forward to, I go on vacation.
Shock on how it feels like intuitive.
Yeah. They shout out to EA on this because they took their time. They could have rushed a game out a year and a half after they announced it and people would have been like, yeah, it's good, or it's just a Madden reskin. but it's not. It feels different than Madden 24, and I played a lot of Madden 24. Unfortunately, so it feels a lot different.
Did you though? You simulated a lot of Madden 24.
Yeah, I did, but I mean, I also played a lot too. So it was. I mean, I simulated a lot on PC, but I played it a lot on my PlayStation. Don't forget, I bought it twice.
That's terrible.
So yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying it. I think the recruiting is difficult, and I really like it. I'm going to be spending 99% of my time in Dynasty because I think that's where your bread and butter is. And I don't agree with paying microtransactions in a $70 game, so I'm just gonna not play it out of spite because I'm Bostonian. That's what I run on is spite and Duncan. But overall, so far, like again, my trial's gonna run out probably tonight after the podcast, because I'm gonna do week 5 of my dynasty so I can get my recruits in and get them visiting and check out all that stuff. So I really like it.
Two things I'm curious about is one, because you can get a bundle with Madden in it. Will Madden have a lot of the same features and like gameplay? I don't know, similarities.
I would think they have no choice.
I don't think this cycle will. I
it
think
might not because it's a separate.
Right. I think if you're looking for, I think Madden 26. If Madden 26 mimics what College Football 25 does, it's going to be a successful game.
And my only thought of that is because I think after 4 years, your player can graduate to Madden, and you can basically have them, which I think is pretty cool. So I'm just curious on how much of that do we see?
I will say this: the crowd looks terrible.
So one of the things is like, I've noticed a few things. The crowd looks horrible. Some of the cheerleaders don't look great.
No, they all look terrible.
If you play at UMass Amherst, I don't know if you've noticed this, Wava, but on kickoffs, if you're kicking toward the university side, if you look on the right, all the windows pop in across, and it actually irritates me because I'm like, what are we doing here? But
I wonder if it's because it's a not as popular school.
Yeah, it could be.
I wonder if the attention went to maybe some of the bigger ones, and I don't think UMass Amherst is like, it's a big school, but it's a big school to us.
I mean, it's a big state school, but in the terms of college football, it's 137th out of 138. You know what I mean?
Like I looked at like the FAU stadium. Okay, fun fact, almost went there. But like, yeah, I didn't. But I'm like, okay, some of the smaller schools like you can see. But the second thing I'm curious about, I hope that they continue to make changes and not just like updates. So I just saw this article where basically people gave them feedback that Stanford's helm is incorrect, and they're like, we're gonna fix this immediately. So that shows that they're willing to kind of make those updates and changes.
But how did they screw that up?
Who knows?
I mean, I'm thinking about all the different areas in which they can make it. Like something was bound to happen.
Stanford's a big school.
Fair. But I'm just curious, like, are they going to continue to like, make these like changes, these quality of life things we're talking about? One thing I hope that they do is add more positions to the road to glory, because I want to be defensive lineman. That didn't happen. I wanted to be a tight end. That wasn't there. So it was like, okay, now I'm playing linebacker, but like,
you want to be a tight end.
Earmuffs. Defensive lineman was my number one because I can't do coverage, but it's like that's not in there. So they only have 5. What is it, 5 or 6?
It is quarterback, halfback, wide receiver, cornerback, middle linebacker.
That's not a lot in my opinion. Now, obviously, they're not going to pick O-line. I mean, they could, but like, here's the thing: like, you could. Like, what's stopping you? Like, the mechanics are there. So one thing that I would hope or like love for them to do is expand the options to be able to do that in like free updates. And, maybe they can add more schools. Do they have to be as super detailed? I don't know. But like, there's more schools out there they may be able to add. I know there's
I think that was I think 138 is all of the Division 1 schools.
Okay, so it's just in the
Yeah. I think it's I think it's all the D1.
Fair.
I have a question for you guys. Thoughts on the wear and tear system?
Cool.
One,
explain to me.
Have you noticed it? And 2,
I haven't.
What do you think about it?
I have noticed it. I have not yet gotten injured. I've seen other players, and I think it's very neat. It forces you to be a little, and I'm just talking about like from the single player stance, like not like the coaching one.
Yeah.
It forces you to be strategic. So what happens is as you play, during game and in between, so like when you train your player, they can basically get wear and tear, and that gives a debuff to like certain stats. Like if it's their arm, which was my player, his left arm, even though he has a brace on it.
Like I know I was getting fire, like I had at one point because I kept making completions. My quarterback
Yep,
all of a
he was
sudden
on
was like a
fire.
rock star.
So
That's the opposite.
wear and tear is basically like if your quarterback is a running quarterback or he's getting sacked a lot, much like in a real game, his body's gonna break down a bit. It might not get injured, but maybe his wrist hurts, right? So all of a sudden his throw power is a -2. And what that does is that can lead to a higher risk of injury. And what it does is it makes you use more packages on your team. So like, for example, if you're playing as UMass Amherst, Ahurst, and I run the ball a lot, and my running back will all of a sudden his number in the circle turns yellow or orange, and it means that he needs a break. And it's not that he's tired, it's that he's getting banged up because I'm running too much. So either substitute him out or start passing. And basically it makes you change up your play style. And you can't just lean on one player. What I really want about the wear and tear system is I want it to come to NHL.
They tried to do it with stamina, and I think it's a good first step. You get hit hard, you take a big block shot. Now that that line, not so much that player, but that line, the stamina depletes. Same with the pressure system they did.
Yeah.
If you're on the ice for an extended time. So I feel like it's moving in that direction. I think college football has set like a really good way to do it in a way that's not too much at once.
Yeah.
And in a way that makes sense. Like you can see the attributes if you pause. Like, in NHL, your top line center gets demolished right off the bat. Oh, now you want to, okay, so now you're going to sit line 1. Like it's,
or you bump them down to line 4, right?
Yeah, you can make changes. That'd be great. Pause and just make line shifts in the middle of the game. I don't know why you can't do that. I know. Go figure.
I just got my first trophy.
Let's go.
Also, trophy list for this game, very achievable. There's like maybe under 20, and none of them look hard, even the ones that you have to play Ultimate Team.
Ooh, an 80. What's a LE?
Left end. He's a defensive lineman.
Limited edition.
An 80 limited edition man.
I got Nick Scorton. Ooh, that's a terrible last name.
Ooh, Nick Scorton.
I do have I did get the was it like the legacy edition, so I'm gonna have to burn those 4,600 points.
Yeah, you are. Does it roll over to NHL?
Imagine?
I think it might. Truthfully, I think it might. I think it might be tied to your account.
Points
I think it might be tied to your account. Just wait till NHL comes out and see.
I'm gonna wait 3 months to validate something that doesn't.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna play Ultimate Team anytime soon. So
yeah, but I could get a good clip out of it.
Dude, I'm playing Ultimate Team.
I got 99 Brock McGovern.
I got
no way.
Billy Bungus.
Billy Bungus 99 purple.
Dude, I saw someone on Twitter, by the way. They were a 2-star underdog and they went to Ohio State. And it was like, why are you wasting your time, my guy?
Out there doing cardio.
They're doing nothing. Enjoy that degree. Go get your McDonald's application because you are
not. Put the fries in the brag, bro.
Yeah, don't worry. The XFL 25 will come out in 2 years, and you can have your freaking player go play for the XFL.
You imagine if you don't get drafted in Madden, you get to they come out with an XFL expansion.
Yeah. You don't go there.
You can go play for the Woonsocket.
We talked about a good game. Let's talk about a bad game.
Well, I'm playing Avatar too, but I haven't really got into it yet.
After 6 months of being released, you can now get Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League for free.
Yeah, I
saw
that.
Amazon Prime days. Yeah, so during Amazon Prime days you can get it for free. I will not play this game because it looks horrible. It looks boring. Even with friends, it looks boring. You just kill the same 3 enemies over and over, and you have a stupid battle pass to get the Joker that takes like 400 years. Pass. I want nothing to do with this game, and truthfully, I'm glad it failed, and I hope that Rocksteady is actually paying attention, and they're not like, well, people just hate this game because insert XYZ problem, and that they realize that no one wants games as a service. No one wanted it. No one asked for it. No one said, you know what would be great? A Suicide Squad games as a service where I have to play it 14 hours a day to get crappy currency in a screen where a million things are happening and the story is boring and doesn't make sense.
I'm surprised. I'm looking at it right now. I can't believe how
It does
how
not
it fell so quickly.
I have never seen a review on it or people talk about it where they said this game's great. This game's fun. Because I hate when it comes to games, I hate the fun with friends tagline. I don't know, crutch. I'm going to say saying something is fun with friends is a crutch.
Yeah, it should be fun on its own.
Because going into a field with your buddies and finding dog poop and throwing it at each other could be fun.
Why are you throwing dog poop at each other?
Because it could be fun.
People are weird. It could be fun because it's you and your friends being a bunch of jackasses, right? But
Sure.
would you do that by yourself? No.
No.
Does that mean if you're having fun with your friends that it's good? No. Just means you're having fun with your friends. Putting dog poop in a bag and lighting it on someone's front porch.
Okay, hold on.
Fun.
Can I bring this up?
Yeah.
So I went into their whole team service thing here. Do you know it's complete sets and you don't lose the cards?
Ooh,
They're
really?
evolving.
Yeah, so you
Uh-oh,
go in
someone's-
and like
Someone has clearly been listening to Three Dads on a Console for the past
Woo!
3 years.
You're welcome,
Because
internet.
that's all we've
We did it.
complained about. When it
I
when it
can't
comes to
believe this.
Ultimate Team.
You don't lose the card.
I can't wait to never find
All right,
out.
continue talking about the game that's terrible. Go.
No, I just wanted to say, like,
Sorry, my apologies.
not accepted. Are you guys gonna play Suicide Squad?
No, I went actually to Twitch right
It's
now.
on Steam. I'm not
I don't
playing it.
link.
It's not on
I don't
console
link
yet.
my account. I'm not doing that. I don't even know
No,
what they
I,
want.
I don't play games on PC. I've gotten to the point where I'm a console gamer. I want to be able to. I was saying this earlier to the guys before we started the show. I want to move all my consoles out of my office here that I do the show on, and I want to move them back into the basement and just play video games again like I used to on the couch. It's so much more comfortable.
Dolby Atmos, cranking.
Thank you.
welcome.
That's what I want. I'm reviewing college football right now. What Pez just said, it just like blew my mind because I didn't even know half of that was in the game. I'm just like, okay, I don't even know how to do that stuff, but I got to keep playing. I'm really liking it.
When
But
you get an in-depth review from Court, you're welcome, everybody.
in depth, I don't think I can do an in depth when I don't really know the game of football that well.
Hmm.
It's going to be more of a review of someone who's like, hey, I'm not a football fan, but damn, this game is fun.
But that's a good perspective too. Like again, I don't watch college football.
I
But
don't
like
know
the
anything
fact that
about
like
college football.
everybody from like you and I who don't really watch a lot of college football to like Pez who's into it, and I have friends who are like, my buddy was just there. He's a huge Clemson fan. He
You
can't
have
wait till the 19th.
friends?
Not really.
Sorry.
I've hired acquaintances. Like it just goes to show like that
This
a lot
sucks.
of different. I guess the game can be good based on mechanics alone. You don't have to like college football to like this game. You can just like sport, like competitive game. Like it's very interesting. I never thought I'd be this jazzed up about a game that I didn't take part in outside of it. Like, at least when it comes to a sport. Like, do I like FIFA? Not really. Or FC? No, because I don't like soccer. Like, I don't play 2K because I don't watch a lot of basketball. And Madden I'll play because I watch a little bit of football, and that's about how much Madden I play. Do I watch any college football? No. But I'm gonna play, like, I get a lot of time out of this game, and that just shows like I think they did great marketing. And I think they delivered on what they said. And I hope that becomes consistent because I've observed that has not been the case. Where what is promised in the beginning is delivered upon the final product. And I know it's only been a few days, but very rarely, I think, in an annualized title, not an annualized, I mean, in an EA Sports title, do you see this kind of positive reaction because there are just people out there that just like they hate on the game
I
for
think it's
whatever
because
reason.
the college kids they're getting their bank finally for the game. Like that's the whole reason we're getting the game, right?
Barely.
Part
I think
of
they
it,
only
yeah.
got like $150
got
or
600.
something for their name. 600.
600 and a copy of the game.
That's
So
better than a kick in the teeth. They were getting. You know what they got before? Cool
Well,
story, brah.
They got
Hey,
a
I
they got
lawsuit.
nothing.
Pez has the game was it 13? Was the one you have?
14.
14. Is the value got dropped?
I haven't even
I'm
looked.
just curious.
I haven't looked.
His shouldn't
I
because
have
it's
to look.
graded.
Don't care.
What is that? Wow, but that doesn't make any
Don't care.
sense.
No, it does
Let's
because
see
the other one,
everybody.
any that sell aren't like graded.
Hold on. So NCAA 14, $68. $41. $17.50.
1750, no way.
Canadian, dude. I'd be rich.
That's that's gotta that's gotta be like, yeah, that's the what console is that for?
PS3.
Nope.
Oh, it has to be Xbox?
That's
Xbox
one
is
I
more
have.
valuable. Xbox is more valuable.
Okay, I'll look up Xbox. NCAA football 14, Xbox 360. $59.99 listed today.
Ooh, let's go.
It's interesting though, like I feel like
$17.99 on sale or best offer.
that was that thing like
Let's go.
scratched up.
No, I think it got listed today. I think it's because
I mean, the
The game came
value
out.
could definitely drop because the new one's out.
But like
to
with
me,
any,
I
like,
don't, to
series
me, I
over
don't
time.
care.
Yeah, and
Sentimental.
like with any
that's not
series
what I'm
over
saying.
time, it
I was
becomes
just curious. Because wasn't it like $300 at one point?
Oh yeah, during COVID, dude, it was like $600.
yeah. I only
Holy- yeah,
I-
there's
I only
copies out
found-
here. CIB sealed for $49.95.
Yeah.
If only that jerk didn't open it when I found it.
Unbelievable.
Imagine buying a
Unbelievable.
game in 2014 and enjoying it.
Dude, you
Couldn't
can get
be
a
me.
Jack Eichel Young Gun right now, Waba, for $30 Canadian.
I don't want. Go be you.
Do you understand? Okay, Jack Eichel right now, if he's
Jack
at $30, he's a Stanley Cup champion. He could go out and easily get 30 goals this year. His card automatically becomes $100
Yeah, but it's Eichel.
because he's from Boston.
Eichel,
Yes.
more like bicycle. Am I right?
No, you're wrong.
No. So when we do our hockey podcast, spoiler alert, please don't have
Spoiler.
takes like that.
No, have them.
I'm trying them out now.
I'm here for 'em.
Like
Yeah,
Jack
for it.
Eichel is one of the best players in the league and probably the most underrated now.
Fair. I don't know. I mean, Legacy Sabres, obviously he goes to a great team, just like the rest of them who are decide that they want
Dude,
to
Sabres,
win.
Sabres players crushing it in the playoffs for other teams not named the
Didn't they
Buffalo
have like
Sabres.
9 or 10 people in the Cup Finals?
The past like
Sabres
3
are the
years?
best-
Poso
Best farm
the-
league in the farm team in the game.
Take that,
I
Milwaukee
still don't understand their
Admirals.
Bo Byron trade. Like, what are they doing? They already had Darlene and Power. Like, where's this kid gonna play?
Who knows?
Left out.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll play for
He-
Vegas next
he
He's
year.
gonna
wanted
play
to-
he's gonna play college football in the
He
Bucks.
wanted out of Colorado because he wasn't getting playing time because he was stuck behind Makar, and then he goes to Buffalo
Yeah, to sit behind Owen Power and
and Rasmus Dahlin. Unless he learns how to
Dahlin.
shoot on the right side, unless he becomes ambidextrous over the summer, that made no sense, that trade.
Buffalo
Sounds
gonna
like
Buffalo.
Just wait, in 3 years they're gonna develop him and trade him to a Stanley Cup.
Yeah,
contender
just
who's
wait
gonna
until
get
he
a
wins
cup.
the Stanley Cup with Vegas in 2 years.
Honestly, that's probably the big reason. Yeah, trade me to Buffalo so I can marinate there for a year, and then they'll trade me to a good
Yep.
team when they decide that they're sellers.
Got to
at the
sit in the
deadline.
NHL farm team system. The Buffalo Sabres.
The team blows.
The blows, dude. So bad, and every year I'm like, yeah, they'll make the playoffs. Nope, continual suck bags.
Oh.
Continual suck bags. Just pure garbage.
So not next week, the week after, I will have a review of the new DLC for Avatar. I'm gonna play that too. Thanks to Ubisoft, I have it.
Avatar.
Avatar.
Shout out Ubisoft. Shout out EA.
That's right.
Hooking us up.
Oh
Bangers.
yeah, EA got me the code for.
Yo, EA. These two bozos have one. They don't even like football.
Talk about it. I played football.
Football.
That football.
Actually,
what
I really
position
like
were
this
you?
game though.
Me.
Yeah.
I
Were
played.
you a D tackle? Oh, I would.
No, I was a
would've-
left guard.
I would have eaten you up as a center.
I was a
would've
left
chewed
guard.
you up.
Oh yeah.
If
You
I
were
played
center.
football, what would
we
I
put
be?
played next to
Running
each other.
back?
You would play defensive
I could
end.
see Court as either, because I don't know how the hands are. I don't know if he got good hands or not. I could see you as either a halfback or a tight end. Maybe a slot receiver because you're tall.
I'm not tall.
You're tall enough to play slot.
I'm 5'8". That's not
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah, so is Edelman.
Yeah, you could play slot receiver
Yeah, for the Patriots.
for the
Look at that.
Patriots.
Edelman,
There you go.
Amendola.
A white 5'8" slot receiver.
Danny
Seventh
Woodhead
round.
From Massachusetts.
Seventh round draft pick, Super Bowl MVP.
I was
Court
laughing. I was
Lalonde.
doing some research on
If
the
you went to
Bruins.
Stanford, they would have drafted you.
So I want to ask you guys a question. So out
Rutgers.
of the guys that the Bruins have signed free agent or re-signed this summer, how many of them they've signed 8? How many do you think are from the Massachusetts area?
They've signed 8, 6.
6.
5. It's still a high number. Like it's
Ooh,
still
of
a
course
high
they are,
number.
dude.
Yeah.
Don Sweeney sees either.
Like Mark
In a-
McLaughlin
in
is
a-
from Mass.
if he
Riley
sees-
Duran is from Mass.
If Don Sweeney sees either anyone from Massachusetts, it doesn't matter what position you play, or you're an NCAA American defenseman, you're in. Get in the
Well,
truck.
It-
Yeah,
It's funny because like when they drafted Dean Letourneau, someone was like, see, they didn't draft a guy from college. I was like, he just committed to going to
he's going to BU.
yeah,
no.
he's going to Boston University. No,
Oh, I
but it's
thought-
BC.
BC.
No,
He's
hold
going
on,
to
hold on.
BC. I'm pretty sure.
Is it-
I'm pretty
Where
sure
was
it's
Macklin?
BC.
Wherever Macklin Celebrini was, the opposite.
Then it's BC because I think
BC.
Macklin Celebrini played for BU.
BU.
Yeah, so it's BC.
If
So
Swayman
he's
was
going
from
'cause
Concord,
Will
they would have signed him.
I keep getting confused too. Will Smith left. Will Smith was in BC. He left BC. Then that opened up the spot for Dean Letourneau to go there, and then Oscar Jelvik, who's also in the Bruins organization, plays for BC, and him and Dean Letourneau are going to be on the same line in BC, and then they're going to be playing in the Bruins together someday, which is
Yeah.
not bad.
Nope.
That's kind of smart.
And Waba, we
Right.
could go watch this guy play college hockey.
Can
You
we
should.
heckle him?
You actually should. That's research for Waba.
He is one of the most gigantic human beings
He's a
I
lad.
have ever met.
6'7".
He's a lad.
Dude, also, that's another thing. Look at the guys the Bruins signed.
They are
These guys are all
units.
6'4", 6'5", all of them.
I
like
love it.
Max Jones, all these guys, they're all huge.
It is it's my favorite, dude. You get these bottom 6 guys that are all just giant hulking goons. Like this season is gonna be my Super Bowl. I
Waba
can't
just
wait.
wants-
They can't
Waba
skate.
just wants.
I don't need them to skate.
Yes, you
Waba
do.
just wants. He wants like Slapshot style Hanson Brothers, just Donnie Brooks and Mischievous Malarkey.
Just put on the foil in the bottom 6. That's literally all I want.
That's it.
And
That's
you
all he
like
wants.
all these guys can they're going for size. This team is going back to the big bad bees,
They're
and
lads.
it's all I want.
They're lads.
You can get a
Uh,
Mark Kastelik rookie for like $1.
Mark Kastelik would pay you to take his rookie con.
Marcus, I was going to pay the Bruins for getting him out of Ottawa.
Sheesh.
Guys, any final thoughts for the folks? They got an extended episode since we won't be here next week.
No.
Okay, Court, any final thoughts? Nope. Final thoughts. Capri Suns, although I think they get colder, I think that apple and Eve juice boxes are superior. That's my final thought. If you had fun, make sure to check us out at com/3dads-and-a-console. You can also check us out at www.3dadspod.com. We have some games and some actual previews coming up soon. Court alluded to some of his. I've got some coming down the pipeline as well. Look forward to that in the next few weeks. Other than that, that's all we got. Bye. We'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll miss you next week. Make sure to add us on Twitter and tell us how sad you are that we're not live or that we didn't record. That's all I got. Bye.
Okay,
We'll miss
bye.
you.